Hey folks, it's Frithgar here. I've done a little bit since we last spoke, not a huge amount. I've gone and collected up a whole load of seeds here, which we're going to use to plant our wheat. I've just picked up the pork chops that were in here, and I've also made my bed. The bed was here. Just for those of you who don't know how to do it, you use string, which is a drop from a spider. You put 4 of them together, that makes a block of wool. And then you put 3 blocks of wool along like that, and 3 planks of wood along like that, and that will make the bed. The bed will then let you sleep right through the night. So you don't have to face down all of those monsters if you don't want to. Now, I wanted to build a wheat farm. There was one thing I said I would do before I started this video. I said I would check to see if you get more spiders spawn on a plain or elsewhere, and I can't find any evidence to suggest that they do spawn more regularly on a plain. They spawn anywhere that there are 2 blocks available, so long as the light level is low enough. If there are non-opaque blocks above them, then they won't spawn. I think that's right. But no, there doesn't appear to be any evidence to suggest that they spawn more on a plain. If somebody knows any more detail than that, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. We're going to need some wood in order to build quite a lot of different things. So what I was going to do is take some of these saplings and plant them. Now, if I put them all in a row like this, you go away, pig. Let's collect up your pork chop a minute. There's something else I did do, was I made just a few more items, couple extra swords, because remember our sword broke. So we're ready to face the world. We'll put a line of trees like this, and when they've all grown, it actually makes it a lot easier to harvest them if they're all in a straight line. You can just stand in, and it's just like mining then. You mine right through all of the wood. So we'll plonk them down right next to each other like this. And there. Right. Now they'll grow. We'll just leave them to it. And we're going to grow some wheat. So we'll come down here, and wheat needs... well, you need to hoe the ground, and I haven't actually made the hoe yet, so I'll go and do that in a minute. We'll run up here, back to our crafting table up the top. Probably easier if we actually build a crafting table at the bottom at some point. So that is on our to-do list. To make a hoe, you want 2 like that, and 2 underneath, and that gives you a stone hoe. That will allow you to prepare the ground ready for... let's make some more charcoal. I'm making a lot of charcoal at the moment because I'll want to make a whole load of torches, and torches are really useful, especially when we want to go exploring through the caves. We light it all up, and then we don't get any problem with monsters coming along. Now, I'm going to nip under here. It's going to be a bit open air. At least we're in shelter. I'm going to put down a bed, and now that it's night time, we should be allowed to sleep. So we can sleep through the night. We don't have to worry about being mobbed by a whole load of evil nasties. We'll leave our bed there for now. Nice open air type bed. And the rain has stopped. Excellent. So that would have been a long, uncomfortable night. So we've avoided that. One of our trees has grown. None of the rest have. They grow randomly, as you can speed it up by applying bone meal, which you make from bones. Now, we'll get rid of this grass, like this. You need to have water within a set distance of the wheat that you plant. You get the wheat seeds by attacking grass. You just hit the grass, and the wheat seeds will come along, or will come along, and then you can pick them up. Nice and easy. So you've pretty much got an infinite supply of wheat seeds, and then once you actually start planting them, you'll get a load more anyway. So you'll never really run out. Now we'll just clear back some of this earth over the top of this, and we're going to turn all of this into land to be farmed. I think we'll turn this into an extensive wheat farm. Just leave a couple of bits of water floating through like that. Oops. Come over here, plonk some down like that. There. Put one down there. Right, now we'll put down the hoe. You use the hoe on each piece like that, and it hoes the ground out like that, and then you can plant your seeds on it afterwards. So we've hoed a little bit, we'll plant some seeds. You just use the item on there like that, and if it's close to water it'll stay as farmland. I can't remember how far it is. I think it's 3 blocks, but we will try. What we'll do is we'll do a whole load of them out like this, and then we will see how far we can go away from the water, and then we'll know for certain. And I can hear a zombie. Is that a baby zombie, or is that one that's somewhere else? I know we've got caves nearby. Let's not worry about it. Right, that one looked like it was too far away. There are caves very close to us, which we will be exploring soon. That's one of the reasons we're growing trees, is to get as many caves as we can. Like that. Right, so we have the farmland. Now I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest, and I'll speed this bit up so you can see the final result. I'll also go and grab a whole load more seeds. I'll speed that up as well, and then we'll talk again once all of this has been planted. Okay, so I've planted down a whole load of them. I've put a small protective wall around just to try and keep some of the monsters away, because if they go wandering across the seed beds they can destroy some of the plants, which we don't want. Our trees are starting to grow. Later on I will build a proper wheat house, and then when we get some redstone and we can automate it, I'll have a fully automatic farm, but that's further down the line because we need a villager to make that one work properly. But in the meantime I will build a series of greenhouses down here for wheat, potatoes and carrots and sugarcane. At the moment I think we will... the wood is starting to grow, so we might go and harvest a bit of that. And we will need to, once the wheat has grown, we'll want to bring back some cows, so we're going to have to dig out a little patch for the cows. So what we'll do is go through here, and I'll just go with my axe and harvest any wood that has grown, like this. And again, I'll speed this up so that you don't just have to sit here and watch me harvesting wood. Okay, there's the wood. The leaves will now all slowly despawn and will drop saplings and some apples. It's getting close to night time, so we will sleep the night, or we will as soon as we are able to. There's a skeleton down there, so we'll go and get him, see if he gives us a bow. And right, there's that. I picked up some more bone. I'll show you what happens with the bone meal. Most of you will know, but for those of you who are new to this game, you take some bones, you can turn them into bone meal, and when you've turned them into bone meal, you can use them to make the trees grow quickly. We'll run up here really quick. We've got a whole load of wood, so I'll put that in there so that it starts cooking. Actually, I'll split it half and half. Wrong one, that one. Put that in there and split it there. Incidentally, when you're using your furnaces, you do get XP points for things that come out of your furnace. Now, if we put the bone there, one piece of bone gets you 3 bone meal. So there's 6 bone meals. We'll run down here. See, we're dropping saplings and apples already. And then if we go to the bone meal, you do have to keep applying it. It doesn't just do it on the first attempt. So if you put bone meal on a tree, it will eventually spawn the tree. If you put bone meal on a patch of bare grass, it spawns a whole load of grass, and it will spawn some flowers as well. So it is quite a useful product, so that's one of the reasons we want our skeleton spawner, or our mob spawner rather, because we will get some skeletons out of it as well. Now, the other thing that we get occasionally from those leaves is apples, but we don't want to just use the apples as food. They are a food source, but they're very handy because they give us a higher than normal rate of regeneration. I'll eat an apple. I can't eat the apple because I've got a full hunger bar, but it does give us a temporary boost, which is handy when fighting mobs. So you don't want to just use it as a normal food source, you want to use it more when you're going to be going up against a whole load of mobs. The other things that we want to be making some fences, because we don't want to just leave a dirt wall around there. I think it looks much nicer if we can build a fence around it. We'll do that. If I quickly show you how to make sticks, well, you've seen that already, so we'll put the sticks down. Now we want to make some fences, and to be honest with you, I can't actually remember how to make fences. I'm sure someone is going to be laughing long and hard at me right now at this feeble attempt. I think it's just sticks, actually. I think you take the sticks. Hang on. No. It used to be... Oh, I think I know. Hang on. We put these in. Things have changed a bit since I played last for any length of time. Right, fences. And you can make different types of fences. So we have oak fence, and you can make the different coloured ones with different types of wood. And then a gate is the opposite way round, if I remember correctly. We put those in like that. Put those each that side, and that gives you a gate. So we'll make 2 gates, and then we'll make some fences to go with them. Like that. Spread them out like that. Like that. There. Right. Now, if you press and hold the left mouse button, it will divide all the items between the squares that you hover over. Like that. If you press and hold the right mouse button, it will deposit 1 in each box, like that. So you can use either. In this case, we only need to do that because that's as many as we've got. If you want to make, if you can make more than 1 item and you want to make them all, you mouse over the one that you want to make, press shift and then left click, and it will make everything that you can make at the time. Just for those that aren't familiar with the game. Now I'm going to save these apples. I'm going to pop them into the chest, store them up. Going to run down here, and that is actually about all I've got time for. So what I will do between now and the next one, I'm going to remove that wall around there, and I'm going to replace it with some fence. I'll harvest a few more trees, and then we'll make some torches, and I'll put torches around on top of the fence to keep it all well lit down there and give us a good supply when we go off exploring in the cave. But before we go exploring in the cave to get iron and so on, we will be harvesting the first of our wheat, and while we're waiting for that, I'm also going to have a small pen down there where we will go and get the cows that are over there and lure them back with some of the wheat, put them into that pen. where they will stay nice and safe, and we can breed them for our supply of food, and then we can get underground and start doing some serious mining and digging out that mob spawner I've been talking about. So thank you again for watching. I will see you next time. This is Frithgar, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.